Okay, so this background looks a little bit crazy. I just got a new backdrop for acting, which no bueno. It's like this suede feeling, and I tried to iron and steam out the wrinkles. No, this is like the steamer. It's going back. I'm gonna get a new background. Actually gonna do later today. I've been cleaning my closet, but I wanted to tell you that I went to church earlier and it was really, really amazing. When I first got there, the song "The Great I Am" came on, and I just had an epiphany. So an epiphany is like when you come to a realization about something that has happened. I believe that's the definition. Don't quote me on that. And it's so crazy because I had this flashback from BGC 11. And after I had fought the whole house, I had been jumped. They put me in a hotel room because the girls said they were going to keep jumping me. And Lisa, the producer, came to me at the hotel. I believe it was the next morning. They let me sleep, and then she came to me and she was like, "Are you okay, Sarah?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she was like, "No, like, are you okay?" And I'm like, she was like, because basically nobody likes me, right? And I said, "No, I'm perfectly fine. Like, I'm okay." And, and I said, in a weird way, I said, I feel like you guys have my back. It's like you guys are like God watching down on me, because like in the corners of the room were cameras and they could like see you. So there was a comfort knowing that they liked me, and they, of course they have to produce a reality show, so they want all the drama and stuff that they can get, but I felt they had my back. And I was like, that is a good feeling, right? So she was like, wow, she literally told me, "You are the strongest girl we've ever met in the history of this show." And, a little inside what she said too, because she was like, a couple people do actually maybe like you here and, patch your relationships with them. And I'm like, who is it? And she was like, just think about it. Who do you think it is? Because I guess she didn't want to just flat out tell me. And I'm like, I really don't know. They all hate me. Like, I really, I really don't know. And I said, well, maybe Steph and Mimi. And she was like, no, think. And I was like, I really don't think any of them like me. Anyways, it wasn't Steph and Mimi. Those were the ones that kept like coming to me saying how pretty I was and giving me compliments the whole time. And in hindsight, watching it back and watching the car moment, and then the Gigi Jazz setup moment where it was outside, I believe that she was talking about Teresa and Jazz Monet. So I think when she said there's two people that like you, that you could have a friendship with, it was probably them. Back then, I wasn't good at seeing people's like actions. I listened to words. I am now a person that more so listens to actions than I do words, because words can be made for deceit. I think I've said this before, but it's good to hear it again. A dog shows their loyalty. Dogs cannot talk. They show their loyalty by actions. People, on the other hand, can talk. The mouth is made for deceit. So make sure you're always watching people's actions over their words. And that's a word for you right there, but that wasn't even what I was getting to. Okay, so the whole, like, the producers watching me in the sky like God, it's crazy, because the more that I have grown with my relationship with God, and the more that I know, he said that earlier, like, you have to hear it, you have to have the knowledge. And it's crazy because, like, how I felt somewhat safe because the producers watching down, I now feel somewhat safe. Not somewhat, I feel completely safe. Things can be happening, chaos in my life. Last week was a horrible week. You have no idea. I had to cut a lot of people off. It was absolute madness, but you can't tell by how my spirit is, because I don't let people get into my spirit. And how the producers from BGC 11 were like watching me, and I felt their comfort. I know that God's watching down on me, and I feel his comfort at all times. And he's always there. You know how like you have like that one or two friends that you could call. You call your mom, call your friend. They always answer the phone. If not, they call you right back. Like, they're always there. They're reliable, consistent, trustworthy. When you start developing your relationship with God, you have him to call out all times of the day. It don't matter where you are. You could be in your house. You could be somewhere you're not supposed to be, at a strip club. It don't matter where you are. You can always call on him and rely on him, just as you can those close friends that you have. And the last little piece to the BGC 11 thing, which is kind of crazy. I remember after getting my face clawed and they were like deciding who's going where, we weren't allowed to talk to the camera people or the sound guys. That's like breaking the fourth wall. They don't exist, right? And you would get fined if you did talk to them. And I remember when I was in my bed, he had to come up with the camera. He felt so bad for me because they have to follow you when there's like a storyline. So he had to come up, and I'm sitting here looking at my face with claw marks like down my eyeball because, you know, her fingers got stuck in my eye socket and she yanked down. So the lines that were on my face were actually from the inside out, not scratches down my face. So he looked over at me and he was like, and then I was like, you know what I mean? And he like put a thumbs up, and I like, it literally just warmed my heart. I'm thinking like, you ain't allowed to talk to me. But no, I'm telling you, that just that little gesture, sometimes you don't know what people are going through, and just the little "are you okay?" and showing that you care can mean all the difference to them, because that feeling of them watching, that sound guy, that moment of "are you okay?" It made the difference in the world. It helped me to like keep going on. And it's like the little things like that matter. So one of the things that was the main thing today that he talked about was beyond soul management. And this was like a whole hour-long sermon, but I'm going to break it down really quickly for you. So you are comprised of three things. It is your soul, which is your mind. It's what's in your head. It's your emotions. It's your will. Your will is your ability to make decisions. And then your body, which is the flesh, and then it is your spirit, and that's what God puts in you, because your spirit always lives on, right? And that's why you can do certain things in your dream that you can't do in your physical body, because it's your spirit thinking and going to these places. What was really good is how he said your soul is based on what it sees, it records, it's your experiences, whether you have been had a rough childhood, you've been molested, you've done drugs before, you've been in bad situations, you've been in jail. So things like that all contribute to your soul, and your soul is what tells your body to go and do this. Yeah, go to that hotel room at 11 o'clock at night and it's raining and it's cold and it's unsafe and whatever. So it's your soul that tells you that, and it's in your spirit, which is what God puts in you. And that's why you need to grow in your spirit. Your spirit is that voice inside where it says, no, you know not to go there. Even though you want to go there and your brain is telling you, and it's basically making decisions based on your spirit versus your soul. And, you know, some people have made this comment before. They're like, well, how do you do this if you're walking on this path and whatever? And it was very clear today how the pastor said it. He said, you know, God always plants a seed. It's always a seed. When you're in your mom's womb, you're a seed, and then you become a baby, then you become a human. Everything is a seed. And he's like, you know, people, they want to rush everything. Like, no, I want the tomato. I don't want you to give me a seed. I got to plant it in the ground and water it, take care of it, then I get the fruit. But that's how everything works in life. You have to plant positive seeds, you have to nurture it, and then it's the whole reap what you sow, you're going to get your harvest, right? So that was really good. I think I missed the last point of where I was going with the last little thing. Oh, so people, like, they just expect you to be perfect. If like, oh, you're going to church, you're doing this. Like, the Uber guy was like, wait, you said you go to church, but then you said the F word, you cussed. I'm like, I didn't say I was perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But even when you get baptized and you're born again, it's the rejuvenating of your spirit. And he said it today. That's why you can't expect people to be perfect in church. Nobody's perfect, nor will we be perfect. We were born in sin. It's just about learning the knowledge and getting better and continue to grow. But there was a scripture where it was talking about, okay, yeah, people always want the finished product. You want the tomato, you don't want the seed. Even when you get baptized and you're changing your life over, you have to do the work. And he used a great analogy. He said, you're in school, you're in third grade. Guess what? If you go to third grade and you're not doing your homework, you're not doing the projects, but you're like, oh, I'm in third grade, but you're still not doing anything. At every point in your life, you have to be doing something. You can't just wait on God. Like, yes, God leads your steps, but you go to the third grade and you do nothing. Guess what? You are going to be in the third grade for the next 5 years. So I'm going to end on that note, because just that quickly, we are at 9 minutes. Y'all know I've been running my mouth, but yes, church was really, really good. I have gotten rid of so many things. Not only have I cleaned out a lot of people, I'm also cleaning out my closet. I got so much done this weekend. It is going to be done soon. So I'm excited. Just a fresh start. It's like a nice burden lifted, having to get rid of just so much stuff or negativity. Yeah. So if you like this video or you found it helpful or this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below if you think that it could help somebody what they're going through. Make sure to share this video. I'm going to continue to do these for you guys, so your feedback is important. And if you want to share your story in the comments below, I would like to hear about it as well. Until next time, love you guys.